Have you ever felt stuck like something invisible is holding you back from becoming who you're meant to be? The truth is, it's not always about what we start doing sometimes. It's about what we need to stop doing. Right now, you might be carrying habits, thoughts, and beliefs that are silently killing your potential. They don't scream, but they steal. They steal your energy, your focus, your confidence. In this video, we're going to talk about 7 things you need to quit right now if you're serious about growth, confidence, and becoming the best version of you. Let's get started. One of the most important things you need to quit right now is doubting yourself. Self-doubt is like a quiet poison. It doesn't scream, but it slowly weakens your confidence, your dreams, and your ability to take action. Most people don't fail because they don't have talent or opportunity. They fail because they've convinced themselves that they're not good enough before even trying. Every time you say, "I can't" or "I'm not ready," you build a wall between who you are and who you could be. That voice in your head telling you you're not capable? It's lying. It's built on fear, not facts. Think about this. How many chances have you let pass by just because you didn't think you were smart enough, skilled enough, or deserving enough? You weren't rejected by others. You rejected yourself. And that's something that needs to stop. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from action. It grows when you decide to show up, even if your voice shakes, even if your hands tremble. You don't need to know everything, have it all figured out, or be the best in the room. You just need to start. The more you hesitate, the more powerful self-doubt becomes. It feeds on your inaction. But the moment you take one step forward, just one, it starts to lose its grip. You begin to see what's possible. You begin to trust yourself, and that trust becomes momentum. Remember, every confident person you admire once stood where you are, unsure, afraid, filled with questions. The only difference, they didn't let that stop them. You've got dreams inside you for a reason. You feel pulled towards something greater because you're meant to chase it. But you can't move forward while holding on to the weight of self-doubt. Let it go. Free yourself from the limits you've placed on your own potential. Because the longer you doubt yourself, the longer you delay the life you were meant to live. Another thing you must quit right now is seeking approval from others. So many people live their entire lives in the shadow of what others think, constantly waiting for permission to be themselves. They dress a certain way, speak a certain way, choose careers, or make life decisions not because they truly want to, but because they fear judgment, disapproval, or rejection. But here's the truth. No matter what you do, someone will always have an opinion. And if you keep chasing everyone's approval, you'll end up losing your own identity. You weren't born to be a copy of someone else. You weren't meant to fit into every box others try to put you in. When you make decisions based on what others want or expect, you silence your own voice. You ignore your own desires, and slowly you start drifting away from who you really are. Seeking approval might give you temporary comfort, but it will never give you lasting peace. Think about how much time and energy you've spent worrying about what people might say or think. Now imagine what you could achieve if you redirected that energy into your goals, your passions, and your personal growth. Approval doesn't define your worth. Your actions, your mindset, and your integrity do. You have to realize that you don't need everyone to understand your path. It's not theirs to walk. Some people will support you, others won't, and that's okay. You can't live freely if you're always looking over your shoulder, wondering if you're disappointing someone. It's about saying, "I made a mistake, but I'm learning." Or, "This is hard, but I can figure it out." These words create space for growth rather than shutting it down. Over time, your thoughts become your beliefs, and your beliefs shape your actions. If you want to change your life, start by changing how you speak to yourself every single day. Be kind, be firm. Be encouraging. Your voice can be your greatest weapon or your greatest weakness. The choice is yours because the story you tell yourself becomes the life you live. Another thing you need to quit right now is comparing yourself to others. In a world full of highlight reels, it's easy to feel like you're always behind, like someone else is doing better, earning more, living happier, or reaching goals faster than you. But the truth is, comparison is a trap. It distracts you from your own progress and poisons your peace of mind. You start measuring your worth based on someone else's journey, forgetting that their path was never meant to be yours. Everyone's timing is different. Just because someone found success early doesn't mean you're failing. And just because you're still working through your struggles doesn't mean you're not growing. You don't know what's really going on behind the scenes in someone else's life. What looks perfect from the outside might be hiding battles you can't see. And even if they are doing well, good for them. Their success doesn't take anything away from yours. When you compare, you shift your focus from your own growth to someone else's lane. And when your eyes aren't on your own path, you trip. You lose time. You lose clarity. You forget how far you've already come. That's what comparison does. It steals your joy, your confidence, and your momentum. But when you shift your focus back to yourself, everything changes. Start measuring your progress against who you were yesterday, not against who someone else is today. Are you learning more, trying harder? Healing deeper. That's real success. That's growth. You are not in a race. Life isn't a competition. It's a journey. And the only person you need to be better than is the person you were before. When you stop comparing, you start appreciating. You begin to see your own strengths. You recognize your own pace. You learn to clap for others while still rooting for yourself. And most importantly, you find peace in your process. Because your value isn't determined by how you stack up against others. It's built by the courage it takes to walk your own road. Another thing you must quit right now is the fear of failure. It's one of the biggest obstacles standing between you and the life you want. So many people hold back, not because they don't have dreams, but because they're terrified of what might happen if they don't succeed. That fear keeps them frozen, stuck in the same routine, wishing for change, but too afraid to take the first step. But the truth is, failure isn't something to fear. It's something to use. Every successful person you admire has failed, probably more times than you know. They've faced rejection, setbacks, and disappointment, but what sets them apart isn't that they avoided failure. It's that they learned from it. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. It teaches you where to grow, what to fix, and who you really are when things get hard. Every mistake contains a lesson, if you're willing to look for it. The fear of failing often comes from worrying about how others will judge us. We think, what if I look stupid? Or what will people say if I fall? But in reality, most people are too focused on their own lives to keep track of your missteps. And the people who matter, they'll respect you more for trying than for playing it safe. Think about how many opportunities you've already missed because of fear, ideas you didn't share, risks you didn't take, goals you didn't chase. And now ask yourself, was protecting yourself from failure really worth giving up on those chances? Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision to move forward despite it. You don't have to be fearless to succeed. You just need to stop letting fear drive your choices. Take the risk. Try the thing. Make the leap. You'll either win or you'll learn. And both outcomes move you forward. Because the only real fair is staying where you are and never giving yourself. So now you know. These are the things you need to quit right now if you want to move forward, grow, and truly change your life. Quit doubting yourself. Quit seeking approval. Quit procrastinating. Quit negative self-talk. Quit comparing yourself to others. Quit fearing failure. Because all of these habits, though they seem small, are silently holding you back from becoming the person you're meant to be. The life you want isn't waiting for permission, and it's not waiting for the perfect moment. It's waiting for you to step up, to let go of the things weighing you down, and to finally take control. Change doesn't start with adding more. It starts with removing what no longer serves you. And once you do that, you create space for real confidence, real clarity, and real progress. So stop waiting. Start today. And remember, quitting the right things is the first step toward becoming your best self.